Okay, picture this. You're on the phone and someone tells you an address. I'm guessing the conversation goes a little like this. Just text it to me so I don't forget. Well, that's me, and if that's you, you're going to be amazed by our next guest, Ron White. He's the two-time national memory champion, and he holds the record for the fastest to memorize a deck of cards in the U.S. Now, Ron, I want to go ahead and test your skills. So literally just 2 minutes ago, I gave you 50 numbers that I wrote down on a sheet of paper. I've got that paper right here so I can take a look at it.
Okay.
And we're going to put those up on screen.
Okay.
And I want you to recite those back so everyone at home can kind of get an idea of your skill here. So you want to tell us what they should look for when they're looking at the screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go as if they're written horizontally, so it'd be like 9018. I'm gonna go that way, so I'll look down so nobody thinks I'm looking at anything. And
I've got it right here. Won't let him cheat. So there they are up on the screen. Just go whenever you're ready.
I believe it's 9018 3713, then 62, and then 45512674. And then after that, I believe it was 259181, and then 97, and then 43, and then I believe the next one was 27, and then after that it was a 7 and a 4, and then 7211, and then the next one was 61, and then 3814 86232741.
Oh my God, that was amazing. I promise you there was no cheating going on here. I have the numbers on this sheet of paper and I checked myself. I'm sure everyone at home was looking. How in the world did you do that?
Well, it's a simple system. I mean, anybody can do it. 18 years ago, I'm 18 years old. I get kicked out of college. I got a 0.9 GPA. You know, when people see me memorize a group of numbers or they see me memorize a deck of cards really fast, they think this guy must be a genius or he must be born with some ability, and I'm not. I have an average memory and it's trained. And basically the real quick Cliff Notes version to it is whatever you want to remember, it has to be a picture. I meet you today, 6 weeks later I see you at the grocery store and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know her. I know her face, I just can't think of her name. And the reason we remember a face and not the name is we saw the face, we didn't see the name. Our mind remembers pictures. So whatever it is you want to recall, whether it's a 50-digit number, a deck of cards, or people's names, you have to be able to visualize it and turn it into pictures.
Okay,
so basically I have pictures for those, and I remember in pictures.
And so my name's Vanessa, obviously you know that, but how would you remember that down the line if say a year from now you met me?
Well, whenever I meet somebody, I look at something on their face where I'm going to store their name. So I look at their face and I pick out something in an outstanding facial feature. What really catches my eye about their face? Is it their eyes, is it their nose, is it their hair, is it their eyebrows, their cheeks, whatever it is? I guess I'd use the eyes. So now I take your name and I turn it into a picture, and my predetermined picture for Vanessa is a van, like you drive, and it's full of S's. It's like a van that hauls around S's. So I would see a van that's carrying S's and it's crashing into your eyes. And then think about it.
Take that as a compliment.
Right, it's a compliment, I guess. And if I actually saw that, if I actually saw that happen in 6 months at a Starbucks, I see you again, I'm going to have no problem remember it if I actually saw it. So the challenge is to actually see it that vividly. And then when you see somebody 6 months later, you don't say what was their name. You ask yourself, what stood out to me about her face? Oh yeah, it was her eyes. What was in her eyes? A van of S's. Vanessa, how are you doing?
Well, awesome. I'm sure everyone at home can use those tips. Is there anything else that tips you'd give to people? Maybe even coming down to the foods that you eat, things that would help improve memory.
Yeah, you know, spinach and blueberries are good for your memory. They have antioxidants in it. Omega-3 fish oil pills, that helps your memory. But you know, give yourself a goal for the next 30 days. Every time you meet somebody, turn their name into a picture. We've already done Vanessa. Ron would be a man running. Okay. Steve might be a stove. Lisa's the Mona Lisa. If for the next 30 days you turned everybody's name into a picture that you met, at the end of that 30 days you're gonna have 200 or 300 names turned into pictures, and your memory will be phenomenal for names. If you don't do that, in a month your memory is going to be at the exact same place it is today for names. So that's really the key for names.
And this is something adults can use. You kind of showed how we can use that, but what about for kids who are maybe just, like you said yourself, struggling with their grades, trying to study for a test?
There's a 10-year-old, Jacob Sparling's his name, and I have this Nintendo, and I bought it because I like to play baseball games. At 37 years old, I like to play Nintendo. But he wanted it, and he said, "Can I have that, Mr. White?" And I said, well, I'll give it to you if you earn it. I want you to memorize all 44 presidents of the United States forwards and backwards, and I want to be able to say 30, and you say Calvin Coolidge. He panicked. There's no way he's going to be able to do that. I said, Jacob, I can teach you how to do it in 45 minutes. What we did was we walked around his house, and we numbered 44 pieces of furniture, and he got to where he could say, I could say what's 30, and he could say the refrigerator, or what's 19, and he could say his sister's bed. Then we took the presidents of the United States, turned them into pictures, and placed those pictures mentally on his furniture. For example, the 4th president is Madison. I said, what does Madison sound like to you? He said, medicine. I said, imagine yourself taking medicine on your bed. He imagined that. We got to the 30th one. I said, the 30th president's Coolidge. What does that sound like? He said, a cooler. I said, let's set a cooler on this table. We did that. We went back around, and he had memorized all 44 presidents in 45 minutes. So anybody can do it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems so tricky, but obviously you use these fascinating techniques to do that. I know you have a lot of information on your website. We're almost out of time, so just tell us what the website is and what people will get there.
If they go to ronwhitetraining.com and enter their email address in my little box, they can get pictures for names. I've already turned several hundred names into pictures, and then they can get it. Then I'll email them, and they can correspond with me, and I'd be happy to give them tips. But anybody can do this, students or business people.
All right, thank you so much for coming. It was so impressive to really put your skill to the test. So we appreciate it.